Hi everyone, welcome to Homula Realty channel. We have another video for you today. My name is Ray Azar. I'm the manager broker of the Homula Realty. Today we're gonna cover the future of real estate, something that a lot of people don't like to talk about. And we're gonna tell you what to expect in the next few months and also possibly the next few years in GTA's real estate market. But before we start, I'd like to disclose that this is not real estate advice. We are simply sharing our opinion with you. If you need real estate advice, contact your local real estate salesperson and they're going to be able to help you out. But before we forget, in order to keep updated about the real estate market and also receive our informative and educational content, click on the like button, subscribe to our channel, and by clicking the notification button, you're going to keep getting updates from our channel. Now, everyone that we meet wants to know what's happening with the market. Do I buy or do I sell? It is always a good idea to buy, but based on recent changes in our market, I would say this might be the exceptional period of time that I will advise our clients to wait. No, I'm not crazy. I'm not losing my mind. You're talking to a real estate professional that's telling you not to buy at this time. Okay? And the reason for that is because at Homula, we work on long-term relationships. And we like to protect our clients and investors that are working with us. So why are we telling you to wait? Let's talk about that. Looking at the chart that you see on the screen, it shows you the interest rate since beginning of 2022. As you see, we have constant increase in interest rate, and currently we're at, I can't say historical highs because we haven't seen this type of increase in interest rate for a while. As a matter of fact, the last time that we saw this type of interest rate in Canada was 2007. Now the difference is the average sale price in 2007 was $376,236. Today, the average sale price, according to Toronto Real Estate Board in July of 2023, was $1,118,374. That's a huge difference, almost 3 times the price in 2007. So that's why in 2007, people could afford 6% interest rates. In today's market, 6% interest rate can drive you to bankruptcy. Now let's have a look at a couple of scenarios, and that way you can understand what we're talking about. We're gonna give you a scenario with an investor that buys a condo building or a rental building for $10 million. And also we're gonna give you a family or an end user that's gonna buy a $2 million home. Now, if you look at the investor, if the investor bought a property for $10 million with 35% down payment, currently they have a mortgage for $6.5 million. Assuming this investor was thinking of getting 5% cap rate, meaning that 5% on their return on their initial investment. At 1% interest rate, their monthly payment would have been $24,490. Now, I understand some people say, you know what, commercial mortgage is not 1%, never been 1%. I agree with you. But remember, if commercial mortgage was 3% at the time, now the commercial mortgage is also a couple of percentage more than the residential. So, you know, the proportion or the difference is going to be the same thing. At today's market, this investor has to pay a 6% or more interest rate. With a 6% interest rate, their payment from $24,490 increases to $41,587. This, in fact, changes their cap rate, and I'll explain how. If you look at the monthly payment, the difference in monthly payment is about $17,000. That actually adds about $205,000 to their expenses. And that's about 2% of the cap rate. So now the investor is only receiving 3% cap rate. And 3% cap rate means the value of the property has dropped because there's a direct relationship between cap rate and the value of the property. For those of you that deal with commercial, you understand that cap rate determines the value of the property. Now, looking at the residential side and looking at an end user that's buying a $2 million home, if they purchased this home in 2021, for instance, for $2 million, they probably put down 30% down payment. That's about $600,000. Their mortgage is about $1.4 million. Now, at 1% interest rate, their monthly payment was $5,274. In today's market, with 6% interest rate, they're paying $8,957. Now, again, if you look at the difference is $3,682. That's about 69.8% increase. And the annual amount is about $44,188. How many of you have $44,000 extra that you can afford to pay for your mortgages? On top of that, how many of you have actually received a 69.8% salary increase in the past couple of years? Now, to make matters worse, let's talk about how you qualify for a mortgage. According to CMHC, the GDS that's required in order to purchase a property is 39%. For those of you that don't know, GDS is basically determines the total cost of basically sustaining a property or all the expenses for a property. So that should not be more than 39% of your income. It means in our previous example, to qualify for a mortgage for the buyer, they had to have about $16,000 monthly income, which leaves them with about $10,000 to pay for all the other expenses. Now that family today, because their mortgage amount has increased, their payment has increased, they only have about $6,000 left to pay for all the other expenses. So let's apply this to a low-income family. The results are disastrous since they cannot survive with this type of reduction in their leftover income. They're not going to be able to pay the expenses because a lot of them live paycheck to paycheck. So they have no room for these kind of expenses. To make matters worse, today, if you have the same buyer that bought that $2 million home and they want to qualify for a mortgage, they have to have an income. In a matter of fact, the monthly income should be about $25,641. What percentage of population makes that kind of monthly income? I mean, you know that $2 million home is not the highest type of property or the luxury type of property that you find in GTA. That's a regular home in GTA, since the average is $1.1 million. That's including all the condos in the city. So even if you go to the average price at above $1 million price range, you must have over $14,000 income to qualify for a mortgage. So an average family has to have $14,000 income to buy an average home in GTA. Again, my question once again, what percentage of the market make that? Remember, this is an average home in GTA. Now, we all know that real estate is a commodity. The price of a commodity is based on supply and demand. And if people do not qualify for a mortgage, or the payments are so high that they decide that renting a property is beneficial for them, naturally the prices have to go down. They have to follow. And that's what we're expecting to happen in GTA. And as a matter of fact, right across North America, existing owners have to also deal with this problem and making these additional payments. If they had a variable mortgage, they're already making new payments that are substantially higher than their original payments. If they had a fixed rate mortgage, chances are they have to renew sometime soon. and they're in for a big shock. Current owners are trying to use their existing cash flow, the savings they have, and they're tapping into their credit lines to be able to make these payments so they don't lose their homes. But according to all experts, this type of interest rate is going to be here for a long time. Although a lot of these families are hoping that interest rates are going to drop, but we don't see that coming anytime soon. This will cause people to run out of money and start liquidating their homes, which will take us to a buyer's market. We're going to have a lot of supply and not a lot of buyers. And to make matters worse, for those of them that they can't make their payments, they're going to lose those homes, and we're going to see a lot of power sales. And that is disastrous for the market. Now, here at Homula, we give you the information and our take of the market. Rest of it is up to you. You are the decision maker. But if you need help to buy or sell any residential or commercial properties, our experts with latest market stats are available to help you. Our phone number is 416-495-4030, and our email address is info@homula.com. Feel free to send us a message, and we'll give you any updates or any information that you require. There's no obligation. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out our educational videos and market updates. See you next time.